Liege? League. Who gives a fuck? You thought this was your average demonic goat beast, but open it up and you'll find emptiness and sadness. And maybe some Cheeto dust.
Oh, and also Happy Canada Day.
Since moving on to the Generations Power of the Prime sub-theme, the Titan Master sets were replaced with a line called Prime Masters, a decoy suit based on old Pretender characters now encasing a little Prime Master. These are pretty much the exact same as the Titan Master, but instead of forming a head, they form the spark of the original Prime characters. This one being Liege Maximo, whose Prime power is Tom Hiddleston of Marvel. The decoy suit is based on Skullgrin, an original Pretender character who had two different personalities. Alone, he was calculated, but housed in the beast-like armor, he was a mindless brute, kind of like how Roseanne in the show was fine, but outside she was a little, As I said, these are basically Titan Masters, and you can still use them as Titan Masters, but in this toy line, you can attach it to multiple figures as a pilot power-up, or add it to the Prime armor and weapons, or combine their torsos. I have to say, Liege Maximo is actually a pretty cool-looking beefcake. He may not be picking sides, but that pinkish purple is kinda speaking Megatron's language. I even love the simple paint on the head, with the purple more primary color being used for the face, and the gray application used for the helmet. With figures this size, you don't see that often. Folds up just like a normal Titan Master, and looks like a Neo Shifter's face, if anyone remembers. But this is the symbol for Liege Maximo's power. It looks pretty cool and almost sinister, which is perfect for the Prime referred as the Trickster. Now each Legends, Deluxe, Voyager, and Leader figure from the series includes one of 12 Prime Master cards, some with a description of what Liege Maximo can add to the character. I think the best ones are Starscream, who gains the ability to twist words, so just normal Starscream, and Grimlock, who becomes an honest asshole. Fight me, Dinobot!
Grimlock know what Starscream did last summer by the restaurant.
No, it wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. Oh, the guilt.
Grimlock won.
The Skullgrin decoy suit is... I'm triggered! Yeah, sadly one day the horn just broke, but hey, battle damage? Can't wait for all the people to tell me I abuse toys. Or the people thinking it's funny to ironically tell me, but it's not really. Please keep away from that unsub button. Skullgrin's iconic purple and gray color scheme continues with a monstrous, almost gladiator-style armor. And a giant skull face, just be cool. Did someone say, articulation? Arms 4 in the back. Oh, that's it. Well, at least it makes sense. You can open this up and add the Prime Master inside to hide away. You can try to see the face through the eyes, but it's pointless. You can also see the block from the back. You can also take the weapon from the back and plug it into the hand for the horrific Wolverine cosplay. Speaking of the weapon, the whole figure transforms into one for the larger figures. It's especially helpful when you're using the Prime Master for the armor, but don't want to leave the suit behind. The blades click in just fine, and the horns can be used as extra spikes. Not gonna lie, this is just the figure on its side, and the blade doesn't seem as useful as the gun Wavemates, but it's alright. You can even power it up with the Prime Master being added to the top, and that's fine. If you like Skullgrin from the Pretenders or the Pretenders at all, I'd say this is a cool little blast from the past. Kids these days might miss the joy of Pretenders or just not be into the idea of it, but I can say these are pretty cool. I'd say get Skullgrin, put him on display, and when your grandma looks at him in the face, she'll ask, "What the fuck is your issue, you little gaylord?"